নৰ্থ ইষ্ট নাওৰ কথন অনুষ্ঠানলৈ মই আপোনালোকক আদৰণি জনাইছো আৰু আমি ইয়াত আজি ফৰেষ্ট এক্টৰ বিষয়ে আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ ওলাইছো আৰু আমাৰ লগত যিসকল এই আলোচনাত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰিছে তেওঁলোকে নিজকে অলপ নিজৰ পৰিচয়টো নিজে দিবৰ কাৰণে মই অনুৰোধ জনাইছো গতিকে মই প্ৰথমতে প্ৰণৱ দলৈক তেওঁৰ এৰিয়া অফ এক্টিভিটিজ সম্পৰ্কে অকমান ক'বলৈ অনুৰোধ কৰিছো সামান্য পৰিচয় এটা দি তেওঁৰ বিষয়টো আৰম্ভ কৰিব
ধন্যবাদ পৰেশদা মই প্ৰথমে নৰ্থ ইষ্ট নাওৰ মজিয়াৰ তৰফৰ পৰা সমগ্ৰ অসমবাসীলে আন্তৰিক মৰম আৰু শ্ৰদ্ধা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছো আৰু মই বোকাখাতত থাকো আৰু বোকাখাতত ৰাজনৈতিকভাৱে জড়িত আৰু যিহেতু পাৰিপাৰ্শ্বিক দিশত আমি উত্তৰ পূৰ্বাঞ্চল এটা চহকী ঠাই আৰু কাজিৰঙা তাৰ অন্যতম এখনি অঞ্চল আৰু মানৱ অধিকাৰ মানুহৰ অধিকাৰ আমাৰ উত্তৰ পূৰ্বাঞ্চলৰ মানুহৰ অধিকাৰ আৰু আমাৰ পাৰিপাৰ্শ্বিক ৰক্ষা কৰাত এটা সকলোৰে লগত এটা ভূমিকা ময়ো পালন কৰি আহিছো আৰু সদায় মানুহৰ অধিকাৰ আৰু আমাৰ বাতাবৰণৰ অধিকাৰৰ কাৰণে মই মাত মাতি আহিছো
গতিকে এতিয়া ভানুৱে অলপ নিজৰ পৰিচয়টো দিব নেকি ভানু would you like to introduce yourself
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Bhanu Tatak. I'm from Lower Diwan Valley, Arunachal Pradesh. So I am a researcher. I'm an independent researcher. And I work with indigenous research and right advocacy. We are based in Lower Diwan Valley only. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, and most welcome to this discussion. Now, right away, Pranav, তুমি যদি আৰম্ভ কৰিব পাৰা আলোচনাটো
মই আজি আমি গম পাওঁ যে ফৰেষ্ট কনজাৰভেশ্যন এক্ট এখন আছিল ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ আৰু ফৰেষ্ট কনজাৰভেশ্যন এক্টখনৰ অনুযায়ী ভাৰতৰ যিবোৰ বনাঞ্চলসমূহ আছে তাক সংৰক্ষণ আৰু সুৰক্ষা কৰাৰ কাৰণে কিছুমান নিয়ম আছিল খুব চিম্পলি ক'লে এতিয়া মই যদি কওঁ তাত পাব্লিক হিয়াৰিঙৰ এটা কথা আছিল মানুহৰ পাব্লিক কনচেণ্টৰ এটা কথা আছিল মানে জনগণৰ অনুমতি আৰু অভিমতৰ অবিহনে যাতে জনগণৰ পৰা নিজৰ পাৰিপাৰ্শ্বিক দিশৰ পৰা থকা বন জংঘল নদী ৰাষ্ট্ৰই ইচ্ছা কৰিও লৈ যাব নোৱাৰে বা প্ৰাইভেট কোম্পানী বাদে দিয়ক ৰাষ্ট্ৰই ইচ্ছা কৰিলেও আমাৰ সাধাৰণ মানুহৰ অনুমতিৰ অবিহনে তেখেতসকলে মানুহৰ পৰা লৈ যাব নোৱাৰা কোনোবা কোম্পানীক গতাই দিব নোৱাৰা কোনোবা এটা প্ৰকল্পক গতাই দিব নোৱাৰাৰ যি ব্যৱস্থা আছিল আজি সেই তাকে সংশোধনী কৰি তেখেতসকলে এতিয়া লোকসভা আৰু ৰাজ্যসভাত এই বিলখন তেখেতসকলে পাছ কৰিবলৈ যোজা কৰিছে বিজেপি চৰকাৰে যাৰ ফলত এইসমূহ অধিকাৰ বাকী অধিকাৰসমূহ ভানু ক'ব বিস্তাৰিত ৰূপত ক'ব কিন্তু মই মোৰ মৌলিক কনচাৰ্ণটো যে যদি আমি গণতান্ত্ৰিক দেশ এখনত আমি আমাৰ মতামত দিয়াৰ অধিকাৰ হেৰাওঁ তেতিয়া আমি গণতন্ত্ৰ হেৰুৱাওঁ আৰু মোৰ সেয়াই মুখ্য কনচাৰ্ণ যে এইখন বিল আনি এইখন এখন এক্টলৈ ৰূপান্তৰ কৰি তেখেতসকলে আমাৰ গণতান্ত্ৰিক অধিকাৰ খৰ্ব কৰিব লৈছে আৰু সেইকাৰণে আজি এই মজিয়াৰ পৰা স্পষ্টকৈ মোৰ অনুৰোধ থাকিল ই কেনেকৈ আমাক প্ৰভাৱ কৰিব উত্তৰ পূৰ্বাঞ্চলৰ অঞ্চলসমূহক কেনেকৈ আমি হেৰুৱাম কি হেৰুৱাম যদি আমাৰ লাভ হ'বলগীয়া আছে কি লাভ হ'ব পাৰে সকলো পজিটিভছ এণ্ড নিগেটিভছৰ ওপৰত আমি কথা পাতিম কিন্তু আমি জনগণৰ হৈ কাম কৰি থকা মানুহ হিচাপে দুখীয়া মানুহৰ হৈ কাম কৰি থকা মানুহ হিচাপে আমি কিন্তু বিস্তাৰিত ৰূপে এইখন আইনে যে আমাৰ গণতান্ত্ৰিক প্ৰমূল্যবোধক ক্ষতি কৰিব সেয়া দেখা পাইছো আৰু সেইকাৰণে মই ক'ব বিচাৰোঁ যে এই ফৰেষ্ট কনজাৰভেশ্যন বিলখন সমগ্ৰ আমাৰ যিসমূহ আমাৰ ইলেক্টেড ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টেটিভ আছে কংগ্ৰেছ হওক লাগিলে যিকোনো পলিটিকেল পাৰ্টিজ হওক AGP বিজেপিৰ পলিটিকেল MPs সকলকো আমি অনুৰোধ কৰিম যে তেখেতসকলে বিৰোধাচৰণ কৰিব লাগে কিয়নো জনগণৰ গণতন্ত্ৰক খৰ্ব কৰি আমাৰ দেশখন জীয়াই থাকিব নোৱাৰোঁ আমি আৰু সেইকাৰণে মই কওঁ আজি যে এই ফৰেষ্ট কনজাৰভেশ্যন যিখন বিল আনিছে সেইখন আমি দকে ভাবিব লাগে আৰু অসম তথা উত্তৰ পূৰ্বাঞ্চলৰ লোকেও কিয়নো নদী এখনে সীমা নাচায় অৰুণাচলৰ বৰ্ডাৰ অসমৰ বৰ্ডাৰ নাগালেণ্ডৰ বৰ্ডাৰ আমাৰ অসমৰ বৰ্ডাৰ মেঘালয়ৰ পৰা বৈ অহা নদীখনে নাজানে ঠিক তেনেকৈ বতাহো নাজানে চৰাই চিৰিকটিও নাজানে আৰু এইখন আইনে এই সমগ্ৰ যদি আজি বিস্তাৰিত ৰূপত অৰুণাচলক যদি ধ্বংস কৰে বা নাগালেণ্ডক ধ্বংস কৰে বা অসমক ধ্বংস কৰে আমি সকলোৱে ইয়াৰ পৰা প্ৰভাৱিত হ'ম আৰু এইখন আইনে সেইটোৱে কৰিব গৈ আছে ইয়াৰ ক্লজেছসমূহ আমি ক্ৰমাগতভাৱে কথা পাতিম মই ভানুকো মই ইচ্ছা কৰিম যে ভানুৱে তেখেতে স্পষ্টভাৱে কাৰণ তেখেতে নিজে এটা কমিটিৰো সদস্য হিচাপে আছে আৰু খুব এটা শক্তিশালী আন্দোলনৰ লগত তেখেত জড়িত আৰু লিডাৰশ্বিপ দি আহিছে আৰু আমাৰ নতুন যুগৰ নেতৃবৃন্দৰ তেখেত হয় আমাৰ প্ৰতিনিধি হয় ভানু বিস্তাৰিত ৰূপত ক'ব মই আকৌ ঘূৰি আহিম পৰেশদা মই ইমানকে কৈ সামৰিছো প্ৰথম
ঠিক আছে ভানু may I request you hello ভানু where is Bhanu yeah now
Yes, I'm here. Can we? There's one more person who has joined us. He's Nabam Gandhi. He
Yes.
is the Vice President Protocol of All Arunachal Pradesh Student Union (APSU), and we also have joining legal advisor SD Loda, who is legal advisor from All Nishi Student Union. So I will just speak in Hindi because our common language is Hindi.
Please.
Sorry, I'll speak in English and Hindi. So these are some. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to speak in Adi, my language, but nobody will understand. So I'll speak in English. So the concerns with the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill is number 1, right? I have 8 pointers here, which I'll try to keep it brief, okay? So section 1 of definition now there are section 1A and section 1 and section 2 are very problematic because section 1A in 2 clause C you see such forest land no especially like in the line of control as is situated within a distance of 100 kilometers along international borders or LAC or line of control or line of actual control as the case may be. So basically all across India, not just sorry.
Okay, fine. Nabam is also in the meeting. He has also connected himself. Fine, please go ahead.
Yes, I introduced him. So can I please don't interrupt? Thank you so much. Okay. So I was saying section 1A 2 clause C, like the forest, right? Like in how as situated within a distance of 100 kilometers along international borders, which primarily targets Northeast India, Jammu and Kashmir, and rest of India also, of course. But then we have line of actual control in Northeast, like in especially Arunachal Pradesh. So now in the name of strategic linear projects.
क्या को? वापस आके करेगा। वापस आके करेगा। कर देगा।
Please keep the voice mute.
The host can mute them.
Okay, please.
Okay, so I was saying, just like in section 1A, 2C, the changes are they for strategic linear project ho gaya, or whatever national importance and concerning national security linear projects that can include like mega dams, that can include mega protected area projects under zoos and safaris, national park, etc. Plus it can also promote like other linear projects like railway, military bases, and highways, right? So, but then for that, the clearances process are exempted in some cases, and or as it may suit them, right? So, it is very ambiguous also. Clearly नहीं बता रहा है कि exactly क्या करेगा, but then they are basically saying कि जो clearance process होता है, वो exempt हो जाएगा from 100 kilometers from LAC. That is literally Arunachal Pradesh. Entire Arunachal Pradesh is in 100 kilometers from LAC. If you see from an aerial distance, but if you see from on ground, it is still majority of our areas, right? More than 60% of our areas will be taken into this. If the bill is passed in Lok Sabha Assembly in the coming assemblies, in the coming session, monsoon session, from 21st July to 24th July, right? So that is very problematic, and we cannot accept that. So we will not accept it. We cannot accept it, and we will never accept it. And section 1A, 2A is also problematic amendments because 100 hectares in each case, right? Like, so let's say road, let's say public utility, rail line, they are basically opening it up for these projects. So, and exemptions to public utility projects. What does that mean? This is not clearly defined. What is public utility? It can be anything. Tomorrow you will say we want to build this 10,000 megawatts young dam, jisme for public utility, and you will displace all of our Adi population or what? It's not acceptable, right? So the government has to first clarify what does it mean with public utility projects, linear projects, right? And whether it is applied non-conditionally across India and especially in Arunachal Pradesh and Northeast India, right? And general exemptions to security related infrastructure. Let me be very clear, especially in our China border area, right? We already have these security clearances. I mean, even our Adi folks, so many Adi people have voluntarily donated lands to the Indian army without taking one single rupees in compensation, you know? So we have that very patriotic spirit in us. We even come free का भी बहुत जमीन दिया है Indian army को. So why is it like forced on us now that we have to give clearances, right? So, and then it is undermining Forest Rights Act, our Forest Rights Act, which is not implemented in Arunachal yet. But then it is supposed to be implemented across India. But if you see, if we are exempted from clearance, it is a gross violation of our indigenous right. Like, and in Arunachal, kya hai ki the whole our lands are our ancestral belongings. You know, these are ancestral indigenous territories. Every tribe has their areas. Okay, so this is grossly, इसका हम लोग का बहुत खराब से वो हो रहा है. वायोलेशन होगा हम लोग का ट्राइबल राइट्स का. हमें ट्राइबल राइट्स भी नहीं, जो हमारा जो है एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ है उसका वायोलेशन होगा. So again, you know, eco tourism, safaris, generational operations को भी वो लोग easily देगा. So eco tourism is highly problematic because it's happening in areas ना, उसको eviction होता है, rehabilitation होता है, compensation नहीं मिलता है, and it is basically, and they are taking that land forever, right? Like ownership basis में ले रहा है. Even these mega dams projects are on ownership basis, and they are taking our lands forever. But unfortunately, in section 2 का amendment में भी leasing of forest lands by states, okay, that any forest land or any portion therefore may be assigned by way of lease or otherwise to any private person, to any authority, corporation, agency, or any other organization not owned, managed, or controlled by government. So this is so problematic. क्योंकि we have indigenous territories में आके बाहर का private companies will take our land on leash. Let's give an example. A leash can be 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, 99 years, right? तो अभी उतना ज्यादा जमीन वो लीज में लेगा तो हम लोग आदमी लोग तो we don't have so much capital like cash capital to invest. So you know we can get easily manipulated. We are very prone to manipulation for couple of hundreds of hundreds of thousands rupees. So this is extremely problematic because as you know, India, 1% of Indians, very rich, big corporates who can do that, violate our areas on leash also, even without full ownership. So these are some very highly problematic amendments proposed in this bill, which we should strongly oppose. Humko aisa lagta hai. And so many other things that Loda sir can explain more why it's harmful to Arunachal. Lekin even silviculture operation.
Thank you, Badu, for your initial remarks. Now, where do I go? Where is the other person? You actually Pranab? They disappeared from the screen.
No, আছে তেখেতসকল হেৰি নাবাম আছে চাগে তেখেতে কক.
Where is he?
Bhanu, can you ask Nabam to?
Most probably Nabam ka network nahi hai, so we can pass it to Loda sir also.
Yes, Loda sir, if you're on, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Actually, I'm very sorry to inform you that I am driving my car. I am on the national highway, but then at least I can share a few words. So let me tell you why I object this proposed FCA bill 2023. My first objection is regarding that 100-kilometer radius, that will be brought under the exemption. That means they will completely exploit the natural resources of the state like Arunachal Pradesh. We are known for biodiversity hotspot, and the government of India is coming up with the frontier highway of costing 44,000 rupees, 44,000 crore rupees. That will be laying along the Chinese border, and that project will be totally exempted under this proposed FCA amendment 2023. So we are very much scared of our natural resources be destructed like anything, and our source of water is in the along the Chinese border. Kameng River, Mighty Siang, and many other big rivers are along the Chinese border, and those rivers will be under threat if this 44 this how many kilometers I forgot, this proposed frontier highway is coming up, then it will be biggest threat to the indigenous community of Arunachal Pradesh.
Let me just intervene and say one thing. Will Arunachal survive if they undertake such big projects in the border areas, and that is to comprising 100 kilometers? Will Arunachal Pradesh survive? Will the people, indigenous people, survive if it is allowed?
No, obviously not. There will be disaster. There will be a biggest disaster in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, because most of the headwaters, source of the rivers are in the Chinese border. So if this road is executed, then there will be a rampant and massive damage of ecosystem of Arunachal Pradesh. So then what will be happen? The source of water will be completely damaged. Then our lifeline, the river is our lifeline.
Means everything will go. Everything will go. That means there will be a total.
Yes, everything will go.
There will be a total. If this forest, bill is enacted, is actually made into an act as it is, then the total thing will go. Everything will collapse. It will actually collapse.
Yes.
It will affect not only the livelihood of the people, not only the identity of the people, not only the culture of the people, even the geography will be changed. If I could, whatever I
yes,
could.
There will be a change in the landscapes of our state, and what, forest trees play a very important role in stopping the rainwater. If this project amounting 44,000 crore rupees implemented in our state, then there will be complete destruction of natural vegetation. Then it will again cause the flood, and it will affect the entire northeast. It will badly affect the Assam.
Absolutely,
because there will be all.
We are
Yes.
downstream.
Yes.
So Pranav, how do you see it?
Strongly object this bill, and this bill should not be tabled before the.
So you suggest that under no circumstances this bill should be allowed, and this bill should be allowed to go as it is. Am I correct?
Yes. This bill should not be amended. This bill should be remain as it was in the past.
So
it was in the past.
There shouldn't be any revision. There shouldn't be any amendment to the forest bill. Good.
Instead of tabling this 2023 bill, why we can go for strengthening of this FCA to 1980? instead of strengthening the 1980 Forest Conservation Act, the government is, coming up with complete destructive motives. We won't digest it.
Okay. Then can I go to Pranav?
Yes, Forrest da, hoy.
Yes, yes.
গতিকে এওঁ যিখিনি কথা ক'লে এটা সাংঘাতিক কথা কৈছে যে
I think no, no.
100 কিলোমিটাৰ বৰ্ডাৰ ভিতৰত যদি তেওঁলোকে মানে তোমাৰ কোনো ধৰণৰ কাৰো খুনানি নোলোৱাকৈ তেওঁলোকে যি মন যায় তাকে যদি কৰিব বিচাৰে তেওঁলোকে
नहीं होगा जी, नहीं होगा,
সিকিউৰিটিৰ কথা কয় বা অন্যান্য ধৰণৰ কথা কয় এটোৱে
नहीं होगा.
কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ
Forrest
এটা
da mute কৰি তেখেতক হয়।
তেওঁলোকক দেখা নাপাওঁ নহয় আই কেনট মিউট দিম গতিকে তুমি কি কোৱা এই সন্দৰ্ভত
হয় হেয়ে মই ধৰক প্ৰথমে কৈছিলো যে আমাৰ যে
You speak in English because I don't understand Assamese.
Yeah, I mean, we'll speak in both languages. প্ৰথমতে কৈছিলো যে এই আইনখনে সামগ্ৰিকভাৱে গোটেই আমাৰ গণতান্ত্ৰিক প্ৰমূল্যবোধ মানে ডেমক্ৰেটিক যি আমাৰ সেটআপ আছে হেতুকে আমাক ধ্বংস কৰি দিছে তো মই প্ৰশ্ন কৰিম যে আমি নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰে 100 কিলোমিটাৰ বাউণ্ডাৰীৰ কথা যেটো কৈছে the point of where like 100 kilometers from the international boundaries line of actual control and northeastৰ যদি 100 kilometers sound then the whole of northeast falls in it. Arunachal definitely like 99% of Arunachal falls under it. More than 60% of Assam falls under it, and 100% of all the other states fall within that periphery. And now, if we say even symbolically, if Guwahati is like people claim to be the doorway to Northeast India, and Guwahati falls within less than 100 kilometers from both Bhutan and Bangladesh border through Meghalaya and Bhutan, which is like close by. So like we are completely ignored and denied of our basic fundamental rights. And that means like they are using as like the historical analysis of movements from Northeast, where they have been saying that there is a stepmotherly treatment to the people of Northeast from mainland India, from Delhi, and they are proving it right today. They're proving it right by bringing such a draconian law to us. On the other hand, we have been always fighting against colonial laws like AFSPA and other laws which has already dehumanized us. And now on top of it, like that, so those military kind of laws, those carceral laws were to break the spirit of the people of Northeast, and which they have gone a long way ahead. And today they bring in a law and to take away all the resources that we have, to take away all the resources without giving back anything to the people of Northeast. And that is wrong. That is unjust in a democracy, and we cannot accept that. And also the whole idea of like development that they are trying to push like through this, like, and we know very clearly what like our senior advocate sir was talking about as well, about the big projects, and they're treating us as a laboratory for their geopolitical reasons with China, with Bangladesh, with other Myanmar, and we don't want to be treated as guinea pigs. We are asking legitimate rights for the citizens of Northeast, and even if on a whole India level, we see that there is huge protest, like very well-informed intellectuals, public personalities of this country have spoken out against the forest conservation bill. Now, and we from Northeast also have been putting up our concerns, and we request all our MPs to stand together in this. Apart from whatever parties they are, we don't want to get into that petty politics of who is from BJP, who is from Congress, who is from any other parties. But we want them as people of Northeast stand for us.
You want to say that the very existence of Northeast will be in peril. So that is why, irrespective of political allegiance, all the people's representative, these MPs and MLAs, all of them should come forward and they should protest against this, so that this Forest Act is not amended and this is not passed. Now, we
Yeah.
don't have
On the
much
other hand, it should be further strengthened to give people
Strengthened.
more rights.
Yeah. Yeah, good. And now further, may I now request the other participant to give her concluding remarks, because we don't have too much time with us. Yes, hello.
Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bhanu, please
so I was
come up with your concluding remarks.
okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. So both of them had given their, we are all of us, 3 of us who joined from Arunachal today, we are against this bill that is going to be tabled in the monsoon session. So, and actually, I'm really like disappointed and regret like this decision of the Indian government that, you know, they are trying to be so diplomatic around, right? Like amending the laws, but we know the intention behind this, you know. We know what is the intention, because there are like big projects in Arunachal that are awaiting clearances, right? Without a Forest Conservation Act or you know, a Forest Rights Act, these projects are not so easily cleared. So now they are making like opening up their like you know, doors. I mean, they're clearing up their path to clear these big mega projects, right? That can be, you know, like how sir was mentioning, the mega transnational highway, right? And the mega dams. Can you imagine? Like, this is unacceptable. Like, so extremely disappointing. So we are trying, we have staged protest in Lower Dibang Valley also, and we are hoping that all the student unions in Arunachal will join us on board. Like APSU has joined us, and other organizations, ANSU has joined us, and you know, IMSU is with us, and ADISU is with us. So we want all the student bodies across party lines to come up with a proper time specific or MPs before the monsoon session, you know, starts, which is today, tomorrow, day after. We have 3 days to send our representations. Listen to us, then we will have to sort to other constitutional democratic means. That is my concluding remark.
Thank you, Bhanu, and thank you, Pranav, for your valuable comments on this, because it is really a very serious problem for the entire Northeast. And as you rightly suggested, all of us, আমি সকলোৱে ইউনাইটেডলি ইয়াৰ এগেইনষ্টে প্ৰতিবাদ কৰিব লাগিব, আৰু এইখন বিল এইটো ধৰণে যাতে কোনো ধৰণে যাতে এইখন গৃহীত নহয় পাৰ্লিয়ামেণ্টত, তাৰ কাৰণে আমি সকলো সৰ্বতোপ্ৰকাৰে ইয়াৰ বিৰোধিতা কৰিব লাগিব। ধন্যবাদ তোমালোক আটাইকে এই অনুষ্ঠানটোত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰাৰ কাৰণে। Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.